your house. This is important. You want people to come in and have a good experience, right? Now, in my house, I have 2 golden retrievers who just own me. They own me. They run our house. But we know that not everybody likes dogs. We know that not everybody likes dog hair on their black clothes, right? So, I mean, we know that. But so in our situation, every Thursday when we're going to look to PBR, you're going to find Rick vacuuming like crazy, cleaning all the stuff to make sure, because we want to set the home up to be comfortable. Right? You want to make sure that you have a good area where people can come and they can sit down and they can be comfortable. You don't necessarily need to rearrange your entire house, because you want to make sure that people can come and do the same thing that you're doing, right? If you're a good cook, like my friend over here, George is a good cook. If you like Puerto Rican food, George is your guy. He's a good cook. But what we don't want to have happen is that every time George hosts a PBR, he makes this huge elaborate meal. Because what's going to happen is, well, Stephanie's a pretty good cook, but she doesn't cook like George, right? So she's going to think, oh my gosh, I have to host this big deal. I got to have all this food. I got to do all this stuff. So you don't want to do that. You want to keep it really simple. I serve Rush, Soul, and Storm. That's all I serve. You can have light refreshments if you want, but I don't recommend it. It's a quick. You want to get in. You want to get them sampling the products, get the information, and get them back to their families. So if you want to have like some little things like nuts, chips, water, that's fine. But you want to keep it really, really simple. All right. Now the other thing is that the other thing you want to do is you want to make sure the temperature's right in the house. You don't want it to be too hot so everybody's falling asleep. You don't want to cook Indian food before people come over. I mean, unless everyone that's coming over is Indian. You want to make sure that it's a welcoming atmosphere. Okay, so that's going to be really, really important. And then the other thing is you want to keep it casual. When people come over, you don't want them to feel like they have to wear a suit and tie to come to this thing. You know, you don't want to look, I like to work in my pajamas all day long. I've been known to work in my pajamas all day long. I've been seen in my slippers in public places. But if I'm going to host a party, I'm going to dress nice. I'm not going to get dressed up like I'm going to church on Sunday. But we're going to keep it casual and comfortable, okay? So you want to make it a nice atmosphere for people. Just simple foods, light snacks, and then samples. This is the most important thing. Kent's been teasing me that we're getting the samples smaller and smaller and smaller. But I'm a business person. For me, it's like I want to sample it, but I'm not going to give away a can. I want to make sure I have enough product. I can't stress that enough. You want to make sure you have enough product. That's why it's so important for people to start at these higher packages, simply to have enough product. Because if you don't have product, you don't have a PBR, right? If you don't have a product to sample, you can't do it. So make sure you have enough product. Make sure you have the samples cold and on ice. There's nothing like that Rush on ice. It's delicious. Okay, so you make sure you have enough. We started out with shot glasses. Now we found these awesome little 1-ounce shot glasses we use. Some of you probably sampled them this morning. Make sure you have enough, okay? Make sure you have that on hand. And be sampling. We love to network and mix it up and ask people which one did you like best. I remember first time Eddie came to my house, I thought for sure he was only going to like the Rush and not the Soul. And Eddie's like, no, I love the Soul. And so it's really fun to kind of talk about, what do you guys like? What are you enjoying here? And then music. I love this. I love that we have a DJ this morning. Everybody give Pete a hand. He's doing an awesome job. Yeah. Music, people respond to music. So it's good to have good, fun music playing. Now make sure that it's not offensive music. Make sure that it's, just something that's got a good beat. You don't want to have any nasty, dirty raps. Sorry if you like that music, but, you just want to have something that's fun. I like to play Hawaiian music because we call Friday Aloha Friday. That's when we get paid. And because we're going to Maui. So we like to have fun music. So I have some music playing. Keep the atmosphere upbeat and positive. And then tools. You want to have some specific tools to do this. Now I'll tell you what, the first night we did it, we had no tools. We had nothing. All I had was products and a telephone. I had no idea, right? Who was in my house that night? Mike and Claudia was there. Chad and Danielle were there. I didn't know what I was doing. So we sampled the products, and I don't think we used shot glasses that night. Yeah, we didn't give out whole cans. I knew first thing we weren't going to do that, right? But we kind of had fun. We went through the whole thing, and I was like, well, guys, hold on a minute. And I grabbed my phone, and I dialed up Jimmy, and I put it on speaker, and I let him do the rest. Because I did not have a clue. I didn't have a clue about this. So even if you don't have tools, you can do this, okay? You can do it. Don't let anything stop you from having a PBR. Don't let anything. So some of the tools you want to have on hand. You want to make sure you have applications. because you want to sign people up. That's important. You want to make sure that you know how to share the compensation plan. With the PowerPoint we have now is phenomenal, but we built it, like Jimmy said, we didn't build it on the PowerPoint. We built it on a whiteboard. We prop up a whiteboard in front of my TV, and we just go through it, okay? So there's an awesome, if you don't know how to show this compensation plan, there's a video on YouTube. We're Silver Executive, we call him Ron the Roofer. Ron, he's a roofer, and he shows you, he goes through it. So if you don't know how to do it, go on YouTube and study it and watch it.
What's the site?
Go to youtube.com and Google Rain Nutrition Compensation. Or not Google, but search. Okay, so YouTube, Rain Nutrition, right? We have that there. So you make sure you have, if you're going to do a PowerPoint like this, have a screen and a projector. If you don't have access to that kind of stuff, don't worry about it. Get a whiteboard. You can go to Office Max, get one for like $30, and then you're ready to go. All right. It's good to have outlooks. I don't have any copies with me. It's good to have the outlooks or in some of the flyers you got when you came in today to give people. People like to take something away, so make sure you have those things with you. All right. Now start on time, or as close to on time as you can. We really want to honor people's time. I know that we sometimes have a real bad habit. We just get carried away. We have a great time. And, you know, I'm full-time in this industry, so, hey, if you stay at my house till midnight, I don't care because I don't got to wake up in the morning. But a lot of people are looking at this, and they're working still. So we need to honor people's time and keep it. If somebody wants to stay and has a ton of questions afterwards, that's great. But we want to make sure that we start as close to the time. So if you set your presentation for 7:30 to do the sampling and networking at 7:30, make sure you start probably at 7:45, 8 o'clock, whatever you set the expectation with people. Now the host, whoever's hosting the party, you should welcome everybody, share your story as to why are you doing this. Maybe you have a great product testimony. Maybe you have a strong reason. You know, like me, I love this industry. I didn't want to leave it. I didn't want to leave my husband ever again to go back to be a slave to corporate America. So share whatever that is. Talk about why you joined this company and where you see it going. Okay, then what you want to do, this next part's really, really important, okay? You want to edify your speaker. Now, for some of you, your personal business coaches, your mentors might be people you're really, really close friends with. Like, I know there's a lot of people in this room here that I go to church with. We're really close friends. My nephew and his wife are part of our business. So, you know, if you get up there and you're like, hey, you know, Aunt Tracy's here and she's going to do this for me, everybody welcome her. Woohoo. I mean, yeah, I'm Aunt Tracy to these guys, or yeah, I'm a sister from church. But what you want to do, and you know, you don't, a lot of us, you know, we want to be humble and everything, but we got to make sure people know how to edify us and to teach them how to do this. So, for example, if I've got Jimmy at my house, I'm not going to say, hey, my buddy Jimmy's in from Kansas City, he's a great guy, everybody Jimmy, right? I'm going to talk about who he is. Why are these people taking an hour out of their time to come to your house? So you need to learn how to edify the people you're working with. Okay, even if somebody's new in the business, work with your mentors to help you learn how to edify them. So if you got, you know, if it's your best friend, but your best friend has already earned the trip to Hawaii, well, don't introduce him as your best friend. Introduce him as one of your